Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC, and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so we've got, starting a little bit later tonight, we've just got a really simple one on tonight. This is just a new workstation for a local business. So a lady I've been looking after for a couple of years now. She's sort of, her business is expanding, and she's only got a laptop at the moment, and you know, she sort of said, oh, should I get like another laptop for the office, or what should I do? And I'm like, no, for the office you want to get yourself a desktop computer, because you want to be able to sit at your desk, you want to have a nice keyboard and mouse there, you want to have a couple of screens ideally. And then it makes your life so much easier. If your job involves looking at multiple different things at the same time, it can be a real pain when you've just got one screen, especially if it's like a tiny little laptop screen. So there's going to be some pretty good efficiencies for her when she gets to the new workstation. So anyway, let's get stuck into it. So we've got the Aorus B560M Pro AX motherboard. So the AX means that it has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1. The thing about this board is it's definitely not one of the cheapest ones there. It's a more expensive motherboard. It's got better quality heat sinks all over it and stuff like that. So we went with this one because it's always better to go with something that's not like the absolute cheapest possible thing. If you don't want any disruptions and stuff like that, you have the least chance of anything going wrong. We'll get that with a slightly higher quality motherboard there. So it didn't cost that much extra really, but it's just, you could get a more basic one than this. This one was $179, so it's not too expensive, but there are like cheaper ones that you could like save $30, but it's like I'd rather get the one that's a little bit nicer. It's $30 extra. We've got the i5 11400, no F on this. That means it has onboard graphics. So Adele doesn't have any need for a graphics card for her workload. So we're just going to go with the onboard graphics on the CPU here. It's going to be quite fine for this. For our storage drive, I've got a Crucial P2 500GB NVMe SSD. We've got two 8GB sticks of Corsair 3200 MHz CL16 memory. We've got a Corsair 450 watt power supply there as well to go with this. And we're putting it in a little Antec case, which is I think it's the NX200M or something like that.
Is it indented on the front, like those?
Yeah, no, they are indentations on the front there. I don't know if you can make that out in the light there as we shine it. So yeah, it's a nice basic little case. Yeah, perfect for just to fit under your desk or fit behind a monitor or whatever in the office. So I've got a couple of builds with this one. I got one fan in the back there. So I'll just put one more fan on the front there, just so we got balanced airflow through the case. Volume in equals volume out. That way the case will stay more like the temperature of the room and less like the internals of an oven. Alrighty.
It's always good.
It's always good, yes. Okay, so let's get started here. We'll start with this motherboard. So let's have a look and see what we get. So we get a Wi-Fi adapter here, sorry, antenna I should say. This is a nice magnetic one, so it'll just stick on. Oh, not on the front, that's aluminium. But it'll stick on pretty much anywhere on our case. On the top, on the side, and it's on a bit of a hinge there, so you can put it on an angle, so that's good. Alrighty, so we don't need an I/O shield with this motherboard. This motherboard being a slightly better one, has a built-in I/O shield.
Very.
So makes my life a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Every time you put in my own things now, I'm like, oh, is he going to cut his finger again? I did it once, and then ever since then, I'm like,
Hey, I did it once, and like I probably only done it one. I probably only done it one other time in the whole time I've been doing PCs my whole life. So,
Oh, that's a nice looking board.
alrighty, so this is it. Might zoom in a little bit. I can hold it here. Maybe you can actually make out what I'm doing.
I told you to look down this
Remember to zoom it back out.
Yeah, I'm going.
Alrighty. So this is our motherboard here. So we've got a sneaky little fan header up the top here. We've got 8 pins of CPU power. Really nice heat sinks here on our MOSFET VRM co-processors. That's all the stuff here around the CPU socket. Obviously we've got our LGA 1200 socket there. Another fan header here designated for CPU. A 12 volt and a 5 volt RGB header. They won't be in use for this build. We've got 4 slots for our memory, so dual channel memory over 4 slots. So we're going to utilize this one here and this one here, and we'll have these two in the middle there as vacant slots because we've only got 2 channels. So we're going to put one stick in channel 1 and one stick in channel 2 because the CPU can talk to both channels at the same time. There's no one watching. Nah, no one cares.
Oh, sad panda.
Sad panda. That's alright. So we've got our 24 pin ATX power here, CPU fan header, USB 3, USB-C. We've got 6 SATA ports there. Down the bottom we've got our front panel connections. We've got a clear CMOS header, another fan header, trusted platform module, 2 USB 2s, another 2 RGB headers, an LED header, COM port header, Thunderbolt, and front panel audio down there. And then finally, just at the back here, we've got surround audio, 2.5 gigabit LAN, 2 USB 3.2s, 1 Type C, 2 USB 3s, 4 USB 2s. We've got a display port and a HDMI port there off the motherboard. We've got Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1. We've got another USB 2, it looks like, another 2, and we've got a PS2 port there for our old school keyboards and mice. Alrighty, and then just this stuff in the center, we've got 2 M2 slots, we've got our PCIe X16 slot, an X1 slot, and this bottom one here, it's X16 length, but it's only X4 connected along. Obviously under here is where our chipset lives, and that is all the main features of this motherboard. Alright, so we'll get started with this.
Wrong way. Sorry.
There's no one watching on YouTube. No. It's a boring build.
Yeah.
It's a boring build that people are like,
Nights.
I don't want to watch that. It's boring.
Top 10 tonight.
That's alright. That's alright. So I got our LGA 1200 socket here, so 11400. So LGA obviously means that our pins are in the socket. LGA stands for Land Grid Array. There we go. So really simple there. And we've got our Intel stock cooler. We've got one of the better ones here with the copper block.
I was going to say, is that the shit one or the good one?
It's one of the good ones. Yep. I didn't hear a click then. I normally hear a nice high-pitched click when they go into place.
I heard some clicks.
There was some clicks, but there was one of them that didn't click.
Oh.
That's why I was like, what the fuck's going on here? There we go. Get our CPU installed. We'll do our memory, our SSD, then we just put it in the case, put Windows on it, and she's ready to go. Really simple stuff here tonight. But we do have...
You need to start selling more G skills, Tim. I want more stickers for the fridge.
Haha.
I've almost finished the second line.
Yeah. We'll when G Skill have stuff that's on special that is like worth it there, we'll go with some more G Skill. Oh, my rubbish box is a little far away. That's alright.
Away of my shed.
It's okay. I can deal with that for now.
No, it's not going on the floor.
Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the SSD in the bottom slot there, and we're gonna leave the top slot free. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because we're not putting in a graphics card. What am I talking about? Sorry, I'm just setting my ways. Setting my ways. Alrighty, so we got a
Don't forget to peel that.
bit of protection there on our thermal pad. Not that a Crucial P2 is like an overly toasty SSD or anything like that, but
they can get...
these really don't get hot.
Oh,
They're pretty well behaved.
they're cool boys.
Yeah. They're better, like, yeah. Crucial NVMe SSDs now come with a 5-year warranty.
Oh. That's pretty good. What did they have before?
They only had one. I think they only had 1 year.
Oh. Bloody hell. Haha. Tim,
Yeah.
and John says they made on back 2 nights in a row.
Hey John, how you going? Yeah, it's a bit lonely out here tonight. It's a bit of a boring one.
It's almost Friday.
It doesn't say 3080 Ti in the description, so everyone's like, whatever.
Or any RGB, so people are like,
Yeah, no RGB.
that's not fun. Tim doesn't have a butt ton of cables to follow his right.
This slot is a little bit of a freaking pain in the ass. That's fucking really
Maybe
painful.
everyone's out doing their Thursday night shopping.
Thursday night shopping. Remember
That
that?
is so not a thing anymore. I just worked a supposedly Thursday night shopping and it was just like any other night. I work in a centre that has, Kmart and like clothing stores and gaming places and jewellery stores, but yeah. Nobody does that anymore. Everyone does shopping online these days.
That is fucking weird.
What's up? Does it not fit?
No, there's something. There's a bit of like thermal pad, like a loose bit underneath the thermal pad,
Oh.
and it was like putting pressure on it.
Ew. Thermal pad didn't get cut properly then.
Yeah. I'm like, why is that not sitting down right? I'm like, I'm freaking plugging it in right.
Tim, John wants to know what Adele going to use this Pixie for.
Basic, just office stuff, really. Spreadsheets and emails and stuff,
it's
primarily.
For business, so
Yeah.
local business and Wynnum.
Okay.
What does she do? Do you know?
I don't know.
You really need to ask.
I
Because
kind
you've been
of.
looking after her for a while now.
What the fuck? I'm gonna use a different screw in that because I feel that the only reason why we're not making progress what the fuck is going on here? This is fucking doing my head in.
Pull the whole pad off and see what's underneath it.
No.
Or is the bolts not high enough or low enough? I don't know.
It's got this weird little like little offset installed. See?
That doesn't.
I'm
It
gonna-
looks like it's too high.
Yeah, it's like it's not fitting nicely with my SSD.
No.
And it's not letting me do the bolt up properly, so
I reckon it's sitting too high.
well, see, they put this in because the bolt's too low. So see, there we go, that fits in really nicely like that. Alright, so it's a long thread bolt there that should do the trick. Look at that! Fuck me dead. That was a bit of an ordeal. But yes, that little offset that they installed there just wasn't sitting completely flush with the PCB of the SSD there, so I had to take it out and do a little fancy work there. So I'm glad I did that, not assuming that that would be a pretty easy slot to install. And so what I'll do is I'll put another little offset in, put another little bolt down on the second one, and then it will be nice and easy to install some extra storage if that is ever needed in the future. There we go. Sweet as. So we got that board prepped and ready to go, believe it or not. So now we'll just turn our attention to the case. So the case really just needs an extra fan. So here we go. Got an Antec case and here's a Antec fan. So I'll take off this glass panel. And let's take off the front panel. Oh, no, easy. Oh no, it's just that easy to take it off the front. Cool, cool. I'm easy. Excuse the pun. No, I'll put them on this way, it's just easier. Aesthetics don't matter. So we'll have one 120mm fan here on the front and one 120mm fan there on the back. I think he thinks he's gonna starve.
There's still like half a chicken in the fridge, mate. You're fine.
Yes, we have a cat that only eats chicken.
You didn't know. Stupid cat.
Fucking hell.
There goes my mic.
Don't drop your mic.
It came unclipped.
Oh, true. Yeah, well, still, don't drop your mic. There we go.
If I was the first PC,
yeah, no worries. This is a relatively simple case to build in. So far, there's not a lot of room back here for cable management, but if it's your first build, you might not have a great deal of cables. Or you might be, if it's your first build, maybe you'll cut yourself a bit of slack for the cable management and not really worry too much. That's the problem with smaller cases in general, is the cable room. Yeah. Pretty much, eh? Yeah, he likes the chair. No, but like he comes and he fucking like, yeah. He likes to just come and sit on my lap and like nudge my hands until and like make me pat him. He won't just let me do my work. So as I tell him, I'm like, mate, I'm getting very little work done.
But he's so cute.
Yeah, I know. That's why I cut him some slack, right? Okay.
Where's your thing that you put the chapters?
Oh,
Are you still collecting them?
I've got a full thing. I don't really need anymore. There's some possible computers coming my way that Isaac's referred to me from a customer that might have some damage from being operated in a really humid environment.
Oh shit. Really?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I was talking to him on the phone. We were having a chat. I was telling him about like how I'm like, oh, I've got friends that like live up at Maroochydore, for example, and they're like, yeah, I never buy expensive white goods for my apartment because within 3 years they're usually fucked anyway from all the moisture and salt air and blah 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 blah.
That's why if you own PC and you find those little gel packs and stuff, maybe chuck a couple of them.
Yeah, it's not necessary for like pretty much everyone, but if you are in a really coastal area with lots of
say like, you know,
humidity and salty air. I think salty air is a big part of it as well, not just the humidity. But also,
salty air corrodes stuff.
yeah, I mean, relative humidity and dew point can do some funny things sometimes, and that can be a problem. Alrighty, so we have the case prepped up for basically just a mini DTX, even though it says DTX is the one between the seldom seen board between micro ATX and mini ITX.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was an in-between board, but anyway.
There is. So Google mini DTX. Google that, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a board in between. I don't know how they make these decisions, but yeah, because like they're not it's not a common board, so why would you prep the case up with a non-common motherboard? Alrighty.
Brother. Fabulous. Oh, there's no brother here anymore though.
I know. Yes, we're talking about our old cap. Cancer. He was pretty old. As soon as we knew, we didn't let him suffer. We're not those sort of people. There we go. Let's get those cables out of the way. So yeah, if you are building this case for the first time, be careful with that. There are some cables that are kind of in the way. Okay, so we have a motherboard in the case. I'm going to route that cable discreetly behind the fan and that rear I/O shield, and we can just run it out like that. That should be pretty good, right? Okay. Oh, stupid broken screwdriver. I can fix it, but it does keep breaking on me.
That's why Nick sent you a new one.
Yeah, I know. But that's still all packed away in boxes at this stage.
No, we need to go through so much shit downstairs. I totally regret not writing on the boxes what's what and what room it came from.
Alright, that's pretty good. But we should be all bolted up there now. Yeah.
John wants to know, what's the weight on you building a PC? Say I ordered one today.
Say you ordered one today, all the parts are in stock, we'd be building on the weekend.
Usually Tim has a 96-hour turnaround
Yeah.
at maximum. But
It's a little bit less right now, just because I've like had some time off. That's what generally happens. But once I've been working for a few months straight, and I've been advertising for a few months straight, what happens is, because when you do what I do, not everyone who calls you, not everyone that you do a quote for is ready to spend thousands of dollars on an item like straight away.
Like within like maybe a month.
Yeah, so I get heaps of people. If I don't advertise for a while, I stop accruing these sort of people, and then yeah, you have like a quiet period.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our CPU power plugged in there. Nice and simple. We've got our motherboard plugged in there as well. That's all we need for this build, believe it or not.
I really like that one.
Oh, it's a nice motherboard, yeah.
How much is all this? Do you remember?
Oh, don't.
Around $1,000 or?
No, it's a bit. Yeah, I don't remember the exact amount, because there's monitors and peripherals and
Yeah.
there's all.
Yeah, she's getting.
I don't want to name a number, because I'd do a quote if you wanted this exact, just this PC. Yeah, get me to a quote on that. Because like I'm also installing this and setting it up and delivering it and stuff like that. So like there's a little bit of it. There's extra stuff in the price. So I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, oh, this PC's worth this much, and then like realize, oh, hang on, but then, you know, there's all the extra. Yeah. Just send me a message, because like I'd much rather be sent a message and like send you the right number than try and like hope that my memory is correct.
Yeah. And sometimes Timo's memory, like I said.
Yeah, well, there's only so many things I can like remember in a day. I'm not one of the people who has like a superhuman memory. That like they're out there, but that's literally a thing. They're like less than 1%ers basically. Alrighty, so yeah, really simple there to deal with the cables there. I just tied up all the excess that we don't need, which is pretty much everything, and now we're just left with these cables here to plug in. So we've got a USB 3, which can probably come in down here through the same one our power supply is. Then we've got a single fan. That can also come through the same hole there. And then we're just left with these two, which will be, oh hang on, we got two, oh hang on, I was wondering why that was so thick. Let's split them because they're going to different spaces. So number 1, HD audio. USB 2, and then our front panel connections there. Oh, we've got one of those. Haha. We got one of those easy Aorus clips. There'll be one of these in the box, but I'm going to use that. I love these things. It makes it so easy and so trouble-free to plug in all these headers. Oh, I think mine's broken. Let's use the new one. Oh, what? Ripped off?
What? Didn't you get one?
The port's compatible with it, but I didn't get one in the box. Oh well. I guess we can just do it the old-fashioned way. We get some freaking light in here. We need to buy some better lighting because this room is shit. Alright, there we go. And then just a USB 2. And HD audio. That's fine. Sweet as. Where the fuck did I put the panel? Right behind me, completely in my blind spot. That's where I put the panel. Does that sound like something I do? That sounds like something I do. There we go. All sorted. One PC, no rush. Just that freaking weird offset with the SSD. That was fucking strange. And you can watch other videos of me. I know how to install M2 SSDs. It's something I do all the time. So if I was having trouble with it, man, pretty much everyone's gonna have trouble with it unless the SSD that I had the imperfection in it. It's like half a millimeter too long or too short or whatever. Okay. So let's see if she actually works. Ready? You won't see any lights. So she's on.
Back dance or spin.
Oh, we'll look at that. That's okay.
So it's very small line.
Yeah, give it a second. Alright, what do we got there? Boot. Interesting. Alright, so clear CMOS. I'm just watching how it's posting here. Now I've got a DRAM and it's cycling through. It's a little bit strange. Nothing else looks wrong. Gotta eat my words about the motherboard being better quality. Just keep cycling through, cycling through. Here we go. Look at that. Bloody hell. Do you want to share the screen? Oh, yeah? Okay, no, that's alright. Sweet as. I don't know. I think we may have a slightly shit HDMI cable.
There's no fan spinning.
Yeah, at the back there. That's really weird. Now I'm back to got nothing.
What? Nothing.
I think we need to get a new HDMI cable here, babe. Yeah. I just want to take that out of the equation. No, I need a long one. So just...
That one's found.
Definitely not the shit that I thought I'd be dealing with here tonight.
Sorry, what?
I said this is definitely not the shit I thought I'd be dealing with here tonight. Yeah. No worries. Have a good one, mate.
Hiding between the boxes.
This is fucking very weird. So I wonder if there's a problem with the onboard graphics in some capacity. Let's take that out of the equation. So let's grab ourselves a GT710 here, and you have some of these breakout panels, so I will ultimately have to replace that. Luckily, I think I've got a few spares. All right, so we're gonna put a graphics card in and see whether our issue was to do. Oh, great! Got this little panel I've got to undo here, but we're going to see whether the issue that we're having is to do with the onboard video outputs or not. So I'm a little bit concerned from just some of the behavior of how it was posting, but some motherboards can do some interesting things. Alrighty, so we'll chuck that little X1 card in the big X16 slot. Oh, what am I doing? Now I'll plug into the GT710 here, and let's see what happens. Oh, look at that posting. Alright. BIOS has been reset. Is it some stupid shit in BIOS that I can fix easily? Okay, so now we'll plug into the motherboard. And we're still having problems. Let's reset it. I think we got problems with the motherboard's graphic outputs there.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. One of the lights just blew above the bench.
Ah. No, now we're back to the... Here we go. Alright. It's still behaving pretty weird, right? Anyway, let's move on. Now that it's actually freaking booted. And now what's it done? Yeah.
Connectors and whatnot.
Okay. Yes, so it looks like when we change the motherboard settings there that force it to internal graphics, it does work okay. I won't enter that on screen. Alright, there's our drive.
Jesus. feel this bench has a big point properly.
Definitely something to watch out for if you're buying this board without a graphics card, because it seems like the only way I got this to work properly was by plugging the graphics card in and forcing it to internal graphics. Okay.
That range group doesn't matter.
Doesn't it?
Oh, wait, yes it does. You have to pull it out. Ooh, and the lights work. Ah.
Yeah.
Lee says, we just tuned in, hope you're having a good night. You're back from last night. Christine's night. possibly not working or down way too low. Sorry guys, I couldn't notice any difference.
Yeah.
It's the same. And he says your mic is perfect and quality is extremely smooth. Very good.
Yeah, sweet. I can probably even turn up the bit rate a bit further, so we can make it a little bit better as well. No. Chrome. Diagnostic apps. Every computer gets the diagnostic apps. No. There's our graphics. We will want App Center. No. Yes. No. Alright, so App Center from Aorus allows us to get all of our motherboard drivers and stuff. So yes. We don't need RGB fusion. Don't run any of the third-party software. It's done. Sweet. Alright, so what we'll do is I'll see whether I need to do some updates or whether this motherboard's already got the update for Windows 11. There we go, we're all ready for Windows 11.
Why is it not working?
Oh, it sometimes stuffs up.
Twice I've done it.
Go into your menu, you might see the picture there at the top. Alright, that's done, that's all nearly sorted.
Did you know that there's an amphibious vehicle sales dealer just around the corner from us?
Really?
Amphibious vehicle sales, very vehicle dealer.
And see, now I've lost the display.
There's also a mechanic actually around the corner from us. Tim,
Yeah, yeah.
doing something. What's wrong?
Alrighty, now that back fan's working. That HDMI port is really fucking sensitive, eh? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Oh, it's just like, I don't know if it's just the angle that this cable's on or whatever. That HDMI port is like very, very sensitive to being knocked.
No.
So what'll happen soon is it'll drop its clocks down. It's still going hard at 4.2 there. Normally it'll drop to like 3.6 or whatever its base rate is by now. Oh well, let's update and restart and keep moving. So there's a fair few updates that didn't install there. Alrighty. I've pretty much seen enough, eh? Actually, won't put that back in yet because I think we're definitely going to get a new BIOS on here because it's not. Yeah, see, it's okay now. Okay. So let's grab a new BIOS to put on here and see if it improves the behavior of the integrated graphics. Okay. Alright, so let's go into BIOS, let's flash this new BIOS, and let's hope this improves the behavior, because I don't really want to hand this over to a customer when it's doing shit like this. There we go. Yeah, that it looks like that HDMI port on this motherboard just doesn't like it if the cable's like pulling down and it's got any weight on it. So now that I've got the cable up like this, it seems to be a lot more stable. Like, I was just touching the cable like I just did then, and the screen was turning off before, so it's obviously just not a very tight fit for that HDMI port. And there's a couple of things you could probably do about that as well. Yeah.
He's been getting a lot of birds coming around. She's got lorikeets coming around now.
Oh, okay.
I was like, well, you need to go to Pet Farm and get some lorikeet mix.
Alright. How do we go now? Are we just gonna post normally? There we go. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah.
Just wanted this old dude with big shirt.
Yes.
You can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a code within the parking lot. Alright, Hey Tim, what's the shopping centre that calls, isn't it?
Arndale.
Arndale. Look up Arndale. Yeah, that's the nearest Coles. No, it's literally just on the other side. It's 5 minutes drive from here. It's too far away. It's just a little.
Okay. So we should be looking pretty good now. Sweet as. Sweet as. Alright, well, there's not really any need to do like a proper stress test on this, because we've just got the onboard graphics. It's not going to be used for gaming, it's not going to be used for video editing or anything like that. So realistically, the temperatures are gonna be very well behaved. Sweet as. I don't think there's anything else I had to do to this one specifically. We've got the latest BIOS for Windows 11 ready.
What?
It's just a product key and ready to hand over to the customer. So luckily I'm actually installing this one in person, so this issue with the cable will make sure that that's not a problem. Alrighty. Well, if Christine wants to go back and make me full screen again, I might actually sign off for now.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. So thanks everyone for watching. Well, not too many people watching tonight. It's a bit of a boring one, I know. I know it's a business system. It's no fun. It's not for gaming. It doesn't have any RGB. But these are still PCs that people use every day. So we build them here. Alrighty, so tomorrow, what do we got on tomorrow? I think tomorrow might be another boring one. But it's Friday night, so Thursday, Friday nights, usually two of our quietest nights of the stream. What?
We tagged a TikTok video that you
Oh.
need to watch later.
Okay, alright. Alright, well I'm going to sign off for now, so thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to check it out tomorrow. We've got more coming up over the weekend. We've got a PC that we've got to diagnose tomorrow as well, so I'm going to work out what's going wrong with that and do a few upgrades on it, I think. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow in the next video.